Hey everybody, I'm live here with Christopher Hummel, the CEO of Fit Team. And Chris has an incredible story because he was once laid off and completely changed his life, his mindset, just everything, not just for him, but for his family. So Chris, you want to share that story? And then I'll start reading the questions of how you got laid off, what you felt.
So back, I think it was 2002, about a month from my daughter being born, I was laid off, completely had the rug pulled out from underneath me, completely blindsided me, didn't see it coming whatsoever. And just bought a house probably 6 months prior to that. Like I said, my daughter was a month from being born. So it just completely at the time devastated me and my family. And it was a learning experience. I pretty much learned right then and there I'd never let that happen to me again. And unfortunately, some people just kind of keep learning that same lesson over and over again, and it keeps happening. But I was one of those people lucky enough to just decide I was going to take control of my own future for myself and my family.
So what was like the first step that you took to do that? So you were laid off, you didn't have any income, so it was like your first move.
I was just panic was the first thing. Is okay, what am I going to do? I immediately thought, what could I get into and start making money quickly? And one of the things that I decided was real estate, just because I knew a couple successful real estate agents at the time. So the person I bought my house from had a nice car, a nice place. And I was like, okay, maybe this is something. Cause I always grew up lower middle class and always wanted more. Always struggled, felt like we always struggled our whole life. So I always wanted more and was looking for something. I put some applications in just to do what I had to do to get by, but there was no passion behind those whatsoever. I just did it. But I knew I had to make something happen for myself, and got my real estate license very quickly. And within the first week of doing that, actually went into the office. It was a brand new real estate office in Troy, Michigan. And I just started calling for sale by owners. Whether they said yes or no, I had the same response. I just said, have you considered listing your home with a realtor? And whether they said yes or no, I just went into my response and then just met people. My first week listed 3 houses. Within 90 days, I was teaching people basically in real estate that have been in 15, 20 years how to list more homes, have more sales. And the reason I was able to do that, it was just out of desperation.
Right.
I was out of desperation. That was it. I didn't know anything more than anyone else. I was just hungry. I had to make something happen. So that we hear often, inspiration or motivation comes from inspiration or desperation.
Right. And so people are asking like how not to panic. So like Chris is saying, you just take action. Like the more calls you get on, the more Zooms, the more people that you connect with. And what I love about part of what you teach is that you don't have to be the most talented person in the world or to be successful and to build the life that you want. It's really just about what you're saying, taking the most action, calling the most amount of people, meeting the most amount of people, and being present while doing that. And I think obviously that has merited a lot towards your success.
Right early on, what you lack in skills, you can make up in numbers, and you don't have to be very good. But if you're gonna, if you can close 1 out of 10 people you talk to, whatever business it is, product or service, and someone else can close 9 out of 10, but they talk to 10 people, but you talk to 100, you're gonna have more than them because you're gonna have 10, right? So the effort sometimes is going to carry you through. One of the most important things I did early on was I just started reading a lot and getting around successful people, because I was like, okay, there's got to be something different. Like I never grew up around successful people. They were very successful. So I knew I had to do something differently. So I went and to Barnes and Noble at the time, and I started reading success books, and that's where it all started for me. And right now, everything you want is available on YouTube. I mean, that's every bookstore there is right now for free. So all the information's there. There's all the information how to change your life, but it's up to you to go out there and research and find it.
Okay, so James is asking, CEO of Vigilance Health. That's great. How would you complete this statement? If there was ever a time to blank, it's now.
There's never a time to work harder than you ever have. It's now. In times like this is where And I learned this the hard way back in 2008. So 2002, I got laid off. Everything changed. 2008, that was my first business. I was a real estate broker, had my office. And I was like, at that time, I felt like, what's the word? Just kind of, I like didn't know, I didn't know what to do. I was reading the right things, but I didn't know what to do. I lost passion pretty quickly for real estate from doing new construction and selling developments, land, and new construction, to go into for sales and foreclosures and repos, repossessed. What's the word I'm looking for? Short sales and foreclosures. So I lost the passion. I was looking, okay, I got to find something different that's more recession proof. That's obviously why I'm in the health industry now. Right. But I kind of felt like I was kind of like learning, like the one thing you have to do in times like these is you have to move. You have to take action. You can't sit around and wait and wonder, is it going to turn around? Is it going to get better? Whatever you're dealing with right now, you have to realize it could get worse. Absolutely. So you have to, plan for that. Plan that it could get worse. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'm waiting around for this. I'm waiting to see if this happens. If you're waiting right now, you're going backwards.
Absolutely. So that answers his question. There's a lot of people in the comments that are like saying how inspiring this is, and it's true. And I would warn everyone listening in right now, it's over 100 people, that you really have to be a forward type of thinker and then take action. Like you took action in 2008 to build something that would be recession proof, because there's obviously cycles to, the financial system and whatever. But you wanted to help people live a certain, lifestyle that they would be okay working from home. And I know that basically everyone within your organization is operating as usual. So think about that, whether you're a waitress or whatever, you have skill sets, you have people skills that you could apply to a home-based business where you could still succeed and work and produce an income for you and your family, even during times like this. And what do you have to say about that, Chris? I have some questions here.
Absolutely. I think, unfortunately, a lot of us right now are in jobs that just may not be around here, and maybe you're waiting to see. Like I said, you have to do something, and you have to prepare and always have a plan B ready to go. What's your next move? As you mentioned, think ahead. As Shanee just mentioned, you always want to be thinking ahead. And unfortunately, we don't learn this until it hits us. Like this might be everyone's first time that's on here. I'm sure there's people who've been through this before in 08 or whatever. But until it happens to you, you don't really get it. But if you can, the more you can prepare, the more you can maneuver through this, adapt, pivot. You're hearing a lot of right now. The more you can do those things, the better off you're going to be coming out of it.
Absolutely. And another thing that I love that you're always saying is that take advice from the right type of people. So if you want to build, something, if you want to be like wealthy, take advice from a wealthy person. If you want to be kind, take advice from a kind person, because there's going to be people throwing advice at you if you take the leap to build something from your home, and you got to take advice from the right people. So there's a question from Kristen. Chris, what is your best piece of advice for work-life balance?
So work-life balance, it depends what stage you're at. When you're launching a business, if you're launching a business, there's no such thing as work-life balance. All your effort's going to have to go into getting that off the ground. 90% of it, like a plane taking off or a rocket, 90% of the fuel is just getting off the ground. That's the same with any business. If you're looking for more balance and, being an entrepreneur may not be for you, but look at what jobs out there that are, that are always going to be needed no matter what. You're seeing different shift right now. There's some people that are hiring. There's some that probably aren't going to come back for a long time. And if they do, it's going to be different. So you just, first of all, it's got to be what's best for you. For me, I was looking for freedom. As an employer, you're looking for more security. Right. As a solo business owner, you're looking to be, you're looking for that independence. So as a business owner and someone able to, build a residual income stream, you're looking for that freedom to be able to do what you want, where you want, with who you want, for as long as you want. You don't want anyone like having their thumb on you and deciding what's going to happen for you and your family. So everyone's got different things that they want, and everyone's got different things they're comfortable with, and it's up to you to decide that. Absolutely.
And like I've been telling you guys in my videos, if you want access to opportunity, contact either Chris or I. There's opportunities in US, Canada, Mexico. But, people want things that are easy and fast. It's not easy and fast like anything. You have to put in your work, right? You have to invest your time, energy. But it's something that you could build where nobody can rip away, or nobody can abandon you and take away from you and your family during tough times. So
Anything worthwhile is going to take some time. You have to build a solid foundation.
Exactly.
People are always looking for, that's the problem right now with most people. They've always want everything right now. It's the instant gratification, and nothing great's going to come from that. It's got to be a long-term vision, delayed gratification, and the power of compounding. Those are the keys to wealth. I believe it's by Robert Kiyosaki put that out there. Someone that I've watched for many years, has some great stuff out on there on financial education.
Mm-hmm. So you guys heard it from Chris himself. If there's anything that you should be doing right now, it should be, forward thinking of a way where you can produce income from home, doing something that, could be fulfilling, and working harder than ever. Now is not the time to sit by and kind of just ride the wave, and that's really the number one thing that you can do to take control of your life and the outcomes that you want. But Chris is a very busy person, and he has another meeting now. So any final words, Chris?
I always like to leave with this, is for those that are looking for something more to life, dream big, take massive action consistently, and just never give up. And I know from where I've started and where I'm at and the people that I'm around and my friends that have accomplished what they've accomplished, is it's possible for anybody. It's possible for anybody right now to work really hard. In 5 years, your life can become completely different, something unlike you've ever imagined, if you're just willing to put the work in and get around the right people.
There you go. And like we always say, thank you guys. We appreciate all of your support and engagement on LinkedIn. If you're open to that type of opportunity that we spoke about, just reach out. And thank you for your time. Okay?
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Good day.